All right, I wanted to show everybody my recipe for my green egg filet mignon roast wrapped in bacon. So what I've done is I've bought a 6.5 pound roast. Came from Sam's, beef tenderloin. It's the whole loin, and that works great because you can actually cut out exactly what you want. It's $3 less a pound, or it was today. There's reasons to buy the whole loin because I'm going to cut it here and say here, and cook those steaks tonight. I'll eat those tonight. And then I'm going to take that center cut loin, I'll wrap it in bacon. Actually, I'm going to lay the bacon on here, which is something different I'm doing. I usually use saran wrap, but I'm using press and seal tonight to see if it works better or as good as I think it will. If it doesn't, I'll go to saran wrap. I got it too. So I'm going to lay that bacon right here out. I've got this here in case I need it, but I think I'll be able to do it with that. So I'll lay that out on here, lay the what's left of the loin on it, roll it up and twist it to get it, fairly tight, and stick it in the refrigerator. Of course, I'll put salt and pepper on it before I roll it on this in the bacon, and I'll wrap that up and kind of get it in the refrigerator, and it'll be good for tomorrow night or even the next night. I don't know. You could probably go several nights, but I'll either cook it tomorrow night or the next night. So anyhow, to get this started, I just wanted to get that part on film, and then I'll get this going, get my steak started tonight, and then I'll bring you back to show you what I do right here. So either way, be right back shortly. Okay, so here's what I do. I lay out my bacon, and it sometimes it takes more. It's a little more, it takes more than once, but it's not a big deal. I stretch it. I'll stretch my bacon. That's one of the reasons I use thick cut. I stretch it out a little bit, and I've already done that somewhat here. And then I lay it where I know the seam is going to be on the bottom. Now, sometimes that's a little fidgety when you're trying to make it happen, but I want this part of the bacon to be here. So, really, all I'm going about is this right here. I just want to roll this around, and then I'm going to take that back and roll this right here. Now that right there is all I'm trying to do. Now if I can get that under there, I will, but it is not the point, and it's not a crisis. So I'm going to tuck it best I can like this. All right, and I want it to stay round. That's kind of the purpose. I'm going to, well, I do it different a lot of times, but I want it to stay somewhat round. I think that's the purpose of twisting sometimes. But okay, I had a memory issue, and it quit running while I was explaining. But I'm saying I want it to stay round. I just want it to be round and just like that. It looks perfect. And I've got it twisted, and I'm actually going to add some saran wrap to it and to make it a little tighter to where it stays more uniform and round. And then if you'll notice, I use this right here. What I did, I meant to say it a while ago. I measure my loin and I measure my bacon. That way, I'm not got a lot hanging off. So anyhow, trying to keep the video short. I'm going to wrap this in saran wrap. That's all I'm going to do. But you see, it looks perfect. It's going to work great. But anyhow, I'll be right back. You know what? I'll probably see y'all tomorrow or the next day, because this is the end of this part of it. I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator. Okay, for the record, here we go. It's 4.14 pounds. It's been out of the refrigerator an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We're at 53 degrees. I got 2 probes in tonight because I'm just going to keep an eye on this end. And then this end's a little thicker, because I wouldn't care if it's a little raw, or if you'd say, or less cooked on my end. So I'm going to watch probe 1 for temperature, and probe 2 and see where I'm at. That's all it's about. But anyhow, that's what this board is tiered. I have that tiered, so that is the actual weight of the loin, the filet mignon. But anyhow, there you go. Okay, we're about to put it on the green egg at around 450. Now I'm going to run that up a little bit once I get it there and let it settle down just a minute. But you can see it's 450, and we're probably going to take it to 500 in a minute. I'll set this like I always do, where my needle's straight up. I know where my limit is. 52 degrees in one probe, 53, maybe 54. It went up about a degree since the last time when I weighed it was probably about 10 minutes ago. So it's not something, you know, the temperature don't just jump right up when you come out of the refrigerator, but it's better than, you know, being 40 degrees or 35 out of your refrigerator, like I said before. And I'm going to use the same method. If you've seen my prime rib, is I open this up and watch it through with my flashlight through that opening, so I don't have to raise it and lose my heat. So here we go. Get this right here up, and now here we go. And I'm going to take that piece of bacon off, because I don't want it dripping in there and catching on fire or anything. So we are rolling. Like I said, it's showing 54, 55, 56. It's bouncing around a little bit. Lost some temp when I opened the lid, of course. I'm going to open this back to about where I had it. And we're going to watch this thing happen right here. Shouldn't be long, to be honest with you. But we're looking for about 120, 125. That's why I got 2 probes. So we're going to see what happens, see how long it takes. Be right back. All right, just to show you, I'm taking it. I took it to about 550 degrees, but you see I'm getting some pretty aggressive smoke. And I'm doing this as a look and feel. You know, it's not always about time or temperatures and stuff. I mean, I am watching the temperature, which is at, I don't know if you can see it, but it's 62. Now, you might can see, but the bacon is starting to melt up pretty good, or get, you know, it's definitely cooking, in other words. And I'm not going to be able to show you with the camera without literally smoking my camera up. But I can see it. I mean, you might can, but you can see I got a little fire. So we're going to shut it down. We're going to keep it cool. We're going to cool it back down 550 as high as I'm going for now. I may come back up in a minute, but I'm going to bring it down a little bit just to keep anything from getting out of hand. So that's kind of what it's about. It's a look and feel. I want that bacon to crisp up and to cook, and I need these temperatures right here to get to about 120. So 120, you know, depending on who's eating here, to be honest with you, but I may go a little higher than what I would pull it, which would probably be 125. You know, I mean, 122 or so. I'll probably pull it at 125. But you can see we were getting a pretty good bit of smoke, so I shut it down. Okay, we are at the 15-minute mark of the cook. And you can see I still got it shut down. It lowered itself to about 5. It didn't drop as much as I thought it would, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that temperature. At 15 minutes, we're at 68 degrees. So just FYI, just to let you know where we're at and about how long it takes. So anyhow, we're gonna look back. I'll bring you back in 5 or 10 minutes, or something changes big. Okay, for the record, just that only is it's about 45 minutes into the cook. We're still at around 500. I left it there, showing 115. This is the only part that's a little strange on the one that I got in the thin side. If I go back to the side that's in the thick, it's showing me it's 120 already. So I'm going to let the thin go to 120. Maybe, you know, I don't know, 120. It's making me a little edgy, not honestly. So, but anyhow, it looks fantastic. I just looked down in there with the flashlight. I try and do it with the camera, but it's just not working. I tried a little bit. It's not happening. I do have this heating up because we got several kinds of people here that may not want them all the way, you know, like I like them. And if they turn out a little undone or not, you know, over medium, whatever, we'll drop them in here and sear them out a little bit. And I'm going to raise the temperature, of course, but that's the plan. So that's where we're at 45 minutes. Okay, it's 50 minutes. I did raise it the last 5 minutes. I brought it up from 480 or 490 to 550 to make that bacon do what it's got to do. There's the hot side of the roast or the loin, and here's the cool side, and that's where I'm good with. I'm not going any higher than that, and if I'm wrong, I'll just be wrong. I don't think I will be. That's going to be really good. And like I said, we've got I'm going to pull it off right now. We're going to unplug this where I can take that over without worrying about dragging that off the floor. And here is the moment. Let's make sure I got it where I need it. And it is. Here it is. And that is it. And just as I expected, it looks fantastic. I mean, it does. I mean, that should be just like I like it. Now we're going to let that rest for about 10 minutes. We're going to put the bread in the oven. We got the potatoes are done. Got a bunch of guys that we've been running a bobcat all day, or a skid steer, and we're fixing to eat this thing. We're going to eat part of it anyhow. I don't know if we get it all ate, but we're going to find out in just a minute. But anyhow, be back in about 10 minutes after this rest, and show y'all what it looks like cut up. Okay, it's had its 10 minutes rest time. It is at 139 on that probe and 138 on that one. They equaled out after I pulled them out. A little higher than I normally like it, but we're about to see just exactly what that looks like. We're going to see right here. There's one. And there's two. And that absolutely looks like what I want. I mean, you can see, and I gotta take these strings off. I did forget to cut that, but I don't know if I'm gonna make a mess on the table. But I think you can see that is an ultimate. It's just fantastic, man. That is as good as you're gonna get. No restaurant's gonna get that. You just can't. Maybe they can, but not many. I'll put it like that. So, like I said, we got guys here. I'm going to find. We got guys here that we've been working all day and doing yard work and stuff. So, we're about to make this go away. But anyhow, this is my version of filet mignon wrapped in bacon on the green egg. And anyhow, y'all come back to see me if you want to. You can find me at a lot of places. You can find me on YouTube. It's kind of tricky, so just look for www.jelly007.com. And y'all have a good night. Come back to see me. Cook you a tenderloin on that green egg. It's fantastic. Y'all have a good day.
I said, there might be a piece of baked potato left.
Here's what it looked like. Them right there got done with it. He just got here and he done got him too ready to go.
Mine was good.
It was alright, I ain't gonna lie.
I told him about it.
I just don't think that cut of meat can be beat. From a cow, you ain't gonna beat it. It might any animal. That might be the top of the dog.
That's the flag?
Okay, I'm doing, this is my long video, by the way, so I'm adding a lot of things to make this video long, I guess. What I wanted to get back on was the reason to buy the whole loin at $3 of savings a pound. You know, it's a lot of people struggle with it. And I do too, because if you don't buy a good one, you get, you know, and I bought the biggest one they had. I didn't go with the $50 one. They had one that was like 55 or so. I bought the biggest one they had because that's where your best meats come from. When you buy one at the supermarket or wherever, you know, they cut them up, especially with the filet. You're always going to get one piece that's like the three I had on the side. Well, this turned into whatever it was, almost 5 pounds. Now that was with the bacon, so I don't know where it comes to. 5.5. I mean, around 4 pounds. So even if you just bought this, if you just bought that at $70, I think it was $71. I don't remember all the numbers. But at 4 pounds, that's still a dang good deal, about $16 a pound, but for what we did with it. And I got 2 fantastic steaks that would have cost $20. So that really makes it cost $15. You know, so I could go on and on, but the 2 steaks I got out of there that we cooked the other night were fantastic. The 3 that I put in there that were like in-cut steaks, they were good too. There was nothing wrong with them. They were way better than most steaks you buy. But anyhow, I'm running this way longer than I meant to. My point is that, look, this is what's left over. You've seen the video, how many people ate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 guys. And it was, we worked all day, you know, and I kind of did it for them. You know, anytime you want to do something like that for somebody, my point is, go ahead and buy the big roast, buy the big loin, even if it's even a prime rib. You know, go ahead and spend the money because it's cheap. Now, if I said, really, if I took away those 2 steaks, we're looking at $50 is what I had, and I have this left over. And this right here, I'm going to see if I'm trying to look into my But that right there, you see what's left. But what I don't eat tonight, I'll probably eat most of it. I'm going to eat more than that one slice. But what me and the wife don't eat tonight, the dogs will get. I mean, then they'll love it. They'll love me for it. But you don't even have to do that. You slice it thin and make sandwiches. I could go on and on. But for what I did, my point is, I'm trying to justify my buying a whole loin, or trying to justify to you. And it doesn't really matter. You don't have to. You can buy them 3 at a time or 4 at a time. But when you buy the whole loin, my opinion, it's the way to go if you can use it. And like I said, I had a reason because I had guys here. And 4 guys plus myself. And I got 2 steaks off of it. Anyhow, I'm shutting up. Jelly007.com. Come see me. And like I said, this will be on my long video. I'm going to put a short video of this where it's not an hour long like this one's going to be. I swear I can't make a short video. I really can't. And show people what I want to show them. And that's all I'm trying to do. I'm going to make the short one that shows just how to cook this. Again, I'm telling you people, it's a better deal than you think. Think about taking those guys to a restaurant. I mean, and buying them anywhere near this. It would have been tremendous. So, anyhow, Jelly007.com. Y'all come see me. Have a good night.